Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio. I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
I'm disturbed. Very disturbed.
You're listening to us on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Sister stations.
And worldwide at
irlonestar.com.
Don't forget, check us out, nerdthugradio.com, facebook.com/nerdthugradio. Nika, when we come back to the next segment, just have the camera on me when that starts, so the world can see what Corey sees.
Right.
And what he's so excited about.
There's nothing excited here. I'm disturbed. I said I'm hurt. I'm sad.
Get disturbed. And before we get going, DLG, tell us about our friends, Space Cadets Gaming. It's live.
What a powerful segue that was. What a moving moment.
That's what I do. That's all I do.
It's live.
Win. No matter what. Got money on my mind.
Calm down, DJ Khaled.
Okay.
All right. So with school starting back up and summer over, when the kids need out of the house, they should go to Space Cadets. With comic books, collectible card games, board games, role-playing games, and toys, all in a family-friendly atmosphere, what more could a person ask for? Space Cadets Gaming has Friday Night Magic and various events every day, and especially the weekends. Dungeons & Dragons, just like we were talking about, family game night, and various other events are regularly scheduled at Space Cadets Gaming on Robinson Road in Oak Ridge.
Don't forget about Hero Clicks.
That's right, man.
Brought to you by Nerd Thug Radio.
No, we don't. No. Mm-mm.
We don't bring them Hero Clicks? We kind of do.
I mean, we're there.
Right.
But, like, we didn't bring them.
I think we did.
Did we?
We started the Nerd Thug Clicks Federation League. Those videos are going to go up very soon.
That's true.
We crown a champion of Hero Clicks, Nerd Thug style.
Tell your mama.
Really want to know who won that championship. Because I bet that guy is super cool and really good at the game. And just an overall nice, swell guy. Anyways, yeah. Check the WizKids events.
Do we have a cricket sound effect we can drop in there?
Nope. No, we don't. Not a chance. Not a chance. All right, so this week, a couple DC news has come up. It's not often we talk DC because they're,
they're like
second rate.
They're like the ugly fourth sibling in the family.
Right.
It seems oddly specific.
They're like the fourth least responsible sibling in a family of important people. They're like a quattro to someone else's uno.
I hope you're not talking about your family because no one's important there out of those four kids.
Wow.
Except for maybe Vicky.
Wow.
Vicky's got it down.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Like one's a mother of three.
Or Rihanna, maybe.
Well, she's not even a DLG.
I know.
You know what? You just made everyone
Well,
angry.
neither is Jenna.
Well, not anymore, but she
Exactly.
started out as a DLG.
Exactly.
Actually, I think her middle name is actually DLG.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
I don't know. I don't know what we're talking
We're
about.
making
here.
up stuff now.
Okay,
I don't know.
so
I'm
Casey-
giving out her legal name now.
So speaking of brothers, Casey
Yes.
Affleck, the brother of Ben Affleck,
Correct.
made some pretty good statements, funny statements.
So I guess someone got a hold of him, and Casey Affleck's a pretty dry
He is
guy.
very dry, but he is cool. I like his movies.
Man, I don't know. I like his movies a lot, but there's a lot of stuff about him that kind of swirls.
Rubs you the wrong way.
No, you just
don't know. But the first time I met him, I didn't like him.
like so when he did Manchester by the Sea, he won a Golden Globe for Best Actor.
He did.
And as he was winning it, there's all these stories coming out about while he works on movies, like a lot of women tend to have complaints and things. So
Hearsay.
I don't know. And it's
That
like,
should be right up your alley. That's exactly what happens to you when we're doing the show.
yeah, but
A
those
lot
mis-
of complaints from women.
right, but those women are just mistaken. These women sound like
Okay.
they're professionals. They
Yeah.
know what they're talking about.
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
This is why I'm going to die alone because I agree and I do these things, and so people at home are like, "This guy's a pig."
Okay. So
That's my women's voice, by the way. Not offensive
exactly.
at all.
you call yourself a feminist.
Sadly, I am, but in principle, but not out loud, I guess.
Not out loud.
I do
matter.
identify as a feminist. But
I do.
You aren't one.
But the dry
right, so-
man himself, Casey Affleck, Mr. Saltine, he made some jokes, some comments. He made comments
Some jukes.
that Ben Affleck would not be returning as Batman. And so that kind of blew up, and people were like, we knew it, Ben Affleck, oh, we knew he wasn't going to be our Batman. Oh, we knew it. Oh. And so then Ben Affleck's publicist was like, Casey was joking. Ben is very happy to be Batman. The only way he's not going to be Batman is if Warner Brothers asks him not to come back. And he had actually just a couple weeks ago at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, he kind of came out and was like, not came out, but
Whoa.
he came out on stage and was like showing yeah. How you like them apples?
But no, he did. He showed a lot of love.
Solidified stuff and was like,
He
look,
said,
I'm
"Look, man,
Batman
right? I'm lucky to play the coolest character in all of comic books
in the world.
And it's hard to argue that too.
It
Batman
very
is
much
pretty
is.
cool.
He is a cool guy.
He's
But
pretty
yeah, I mean, at first we were like, oh, people thought about it because he was stepping around. He was going to write and direct it.
Well,
but
originally he was going to write, direct, and star, and then it
once
became
you-
just act.
And then once you kind of get his explanation, then you see a little what's going on in his personal life. I'm sure that's weighing down a little bit.
Right. He
It
just came
makes
out
sense.
of rehab for alcohol. Also,
I need to go there.
he had saved his to visit Ben, or rehab.
the other
rehab.
way.
Oh,
The other
okay.
way.
But so anyway, it seemed like him and Jennifer Garner had kind of saved and settled things and were back in. And then the lady apparently that he had stepped out on with her before,
Right.
they're now in a relationship.
Right. And
So,
but even that, like he made a very valid point. Something like Batman to write something that with that much action and that much twists and turns and in-depth stuff, it's probably very hard to write, direct, and
see,
act.
I don't know. I feel like that's the cop out to that because
I
he
don't.
wrote, directed, and starred in The Town, and it was
Right.
fantastic.
Yeah, but
It's one of my favorite movies from
That's
that
different than the Batman.
I don't know.
He also did it with that one show where he won.
Yeah.
I want to say Arno, but I don't think that's right.
Argo.
Right.
But that one's not as actiony. That's a very tense one. It's good,
Right.
but it's not as actiony. But The Town has some great action scenes.
The Town.
But I honestly, I think behind the scenes,
He's got a lot going on.
he had a lot going on, and Warner Brothers didn't like the amount of attention he was probably giving the
Right.
project, and so that's when they said, "Okay, look, you're just Batman."
Besides, I mean, the next movie they're going to film is Shazam. Shazam!
Which makes no sense because they've already announced the director for the Batman, and Ben Affleck's actually said publicly he's super excited to work
Right.
with that guy. So,
But that guy just came off of the Planet of the Apes stuff, and so I'm sure he needs a little time to write a script.
is that why he had that quote?
Yeah, he had just come off Planet of the Apes.
So Ben Affleck's quote in the middle of it, I didn't understand why he said this, but he said I'd play an ape on the ground for him.
Right.
I didn't get it, but
Yeah, so he did Planet of the Apes, and that just
Planet of the Apes, it was
that
dope.
just finished everything, and so now I mean he still has to write the script now.
yeah, because they're throwing out Ben Affleck's script.
Right. So
How would you feel, by the way, if you wrote?
Well, if it was my first one,
If you went from writing, directing, and being Batman,
yeah.
and now they're like, you're just Batman and your script's out.
that'd
I'd
be
be
tough.
like, not even a little bit.
That'd be
Right.
tough. 'Cause-
Also, like, that's got to affect your money, right?
But what's crazy, okay, man, I don't even know if we're gonna get to this next story. What's crazy though is in his script, what he's got going on, they had already signed, what's his name, Joe Magliano.
As Deathstroke.
As Deathstroke. They're keeping him on, so now this new guy has.
Well,
they haven't.
they haven't fired him,
And
but
they-
they
so
don't
they're
have
keeping
to.
him.
Well,
So now-
see, I think by doing it in limbo, they don't. It just means no one else.
I bet you
Yeah.
that he's still in the movie somehow, and they're gonna have to write him in somewhere.
Well, the other thing is they don't necessarily have to fire him because his shooting schedule could just fill up,
Right.
and then they could be like, "Oh, well, we were going to put Deathstroke in, but we didn't have time."
put him in the Suicide Squad.
You know how
movie.
they always kind of, yeah, man, oh man, that'd
That
be cool.
would be great.
Him fighting Will Smith.
With Margot Robbie around.
They would chew that movie up, the
Oh,
three
yeah,
of
they
them.
would.
How? Oh,
I'm
that's,
onto something. Am I onto
that's
something?
the movie.
I'm onto something.
Joe
Right,
Manganiello,
Whatever.
Magic Joe.
Yeah.
He needs to.
Will Smith.
He needs to fight Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That needs to be the movie.
That needs to happen.
That needs to be. It needs to be Jared Leto and Deathstroke fight the Suicide Squad
Whoa! I'm gonna tweet it out.
over the heart of Harley Quinn.
I'm gonna break it out. Here we go.
Man, that should be our first movie that we write and direct.
Yeah.
We could be the new Russo brothers
Nailed it.
with Nico.
But we'll be the
I'm just there.
we'll be the primos.
We'll be the
Let's go by the primos.
the primos.
Yeah.
I don't like.
That's Hispanic for cousin
Yeah, I don't like.
or Spanish.
Hispanic.
Spanish for cousin. All right,
That's what you call that. That's white for steamed carrots.
All right, TLC, real quick. This Jonathan Hickman.
Hang on. Years of credibility just lost instantly, right?
Who, me?
Right? Yes.
I lost
Yeah.
credibility.
Just then
Is
when
that
you're like,
Hispanic?
I speak more Spanish. I'm more Hispanic than either one of you.
No, I don't- not-
That's Hispanic for primo.
Not him. I'm not more Hispanic than him.
no,
definitely.
you have said on this show that you are more Hispanic than Nico.
I still am. You guys can't take that away from me.
That's Hispanic for
I'd
primo.
like to see you try to take it away from me. That's Hispanic for primo. You know what? I'm going to stick by my statement.
Yeah, you should, because it's not going away.
We'll see what happens here.
We're not going to let it go, so
Yeah.
you may as well hold on to
Why
it.
would you let it go? It is radio gold. There's no reason. There's no reason to get rid of that.
All right, so real quick, this is a big deal, but without any announcements, you can't really figure out how big of a deal yet.
Yeah.
Jonathan Hickman, though, was one of the key writers for Marvel.
Right.
He actually did the Fantastic Four story that led into the Avengers, that led into the Illuminati, that led into Secret Wars.
Right.
So he told that whole story, which was a really big deal. He was seen having lunch with Jim Lee, who is a big deal at DC Comics.
Right.
And so they basically just announced that Jonathan Hickman is coming to DC Comics to write a new DC Rebirth title.
Wow.
But
So now DC has Jonathan Hickman and
they got Jeff Johns. They got Scott Snyder. They've got a few guys.
Josh Whedon.
And wait, really?
Yeah, Josh Whedon's over there, man. He's doing the reshoots on Justice League. He took Zack Snyder's spot.
No. Oh, okay. So you're combining things. You're talking about the movie. I'm talking about comic.
Yeah, I'm talking about just DC in general.
Yeah, no, and you're right. And apparently, he didn't like the Justice League ending, and they're reshooting it.
Yeah. They said
How much money are they spending to reshoot this?
They said he's saving it.
At this point, like, this movie has to do like
$2
$2 billion.
It has to.
Like, right? Like, if this
guess so, yeah.
if this doesn't beat Dark Knight,
They're in trouble.
it's gotta like they barely break even.
I guess.
Like
It has to. And it comes out in like 2 months.
and they're still doing
November,
reshoots.
right? November?
Yeah.
Right. Along with Thor.
That's really scary.
Right.
Scary.
I'm trying to think of the last movie where they were still doing reshoots this late.
Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
And that was
you
the
know what it
worst
did?
movie. Fantastic.
It tranked.
Womp womp. That's a pun. That's a pun because the
Nailed it.
director's name was Josh Trank.
That's Hispanic for pun, Nico. Trank.
Hispanic for fun.
Trank.
Anyway, so Jonathan Hickman coming to DC Comics, that's going to be a big deal. We also know of another creator going to DC Comics who we cannot name.
You know they're bringing the Fantastic Four are starting to come back into comics.
Well, they've started using Big Grin and Human Torch. No one's...
With the Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl.
Right. No one's actually touching the... I think what they did...
The other two.
That's what they consider the Fantastic Four now,
Right.
is Reed Richards, Sue Richards, and their two kids.
Right. Franklin
And Valeria.
and Bash.
No.
Oh, okay.
That was a fantastic show, by the way.
It was.
You know how they got my attention with that?
Zach Morris.
The very first episode, they're interviewing a girl who is a model who has a billboard up over a busy intersection, and the billboard is about her chest area.
Okay.
And so during her testimony, Franklin has her start disrobing as she's testifying. The judge objects. The defense objects. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, court reporter. Could you read back what she said? I was distracted." And the court reporter also was distracted. And he goes, "There's my case." And then they won the case.
Nailed it.
They were trying to prove that she distracts drivers.
Yeah, you're distracting me. So let's get out to a break here real quick. When we come back, more Nerd Thug Radio.
And Franklin and Bash.
Hashtag talking nerdy to ya.